Hey, what's going on, Ron? This is Jack here with Mr. and Mrs. Leeds. It was a pleasure talking to you this morning, you and Linda. And here's that video that I promised you. So without further ado, let me go ahead and get started. So the first thing I did was I actually pulled up your website here in a tool called Ahrefs. Ahrefs allows search marketers like myself to take a look at the metrics of a website and see kind of what's been working for you in terms of your SEO, and what's not been working for you. So what I can see right off the bat here is that you don't have any backlinks or referring domains pointing back to your website. And this is kind of what I was talking about earlier. You want a lot of these backlinks to point back to your website because it shows Google that you are an authoritative website and you're the kind of website that other websites like to refer. And so basically a backlink is any website that links back to this website, koganlegalnurse.com, via a hyperlink. So if there's a blog out there that's called thenursingblog.com and they mention Linda and they say, hey, if you're looking for a legal nurse consultant, check out koganlegalnurse.com. And then that link would take you straight back to her website, to this website, Kogan Legal Nurse. That is actually considered a backlink. And so you want a lot of these websites out there, whether they're blogs, directories, product places, or other legal practitioners. You want a lot of these websites to point back to your website because it shows Google. It shows Google that you deserve to hold the top spot because you're authoritative. You have a lot of websites that are talking about you. And you have a lot of websites that that are referring their viewers over to your website. And so right now you don't have any referring domains or backlinks. We want to shoot for about 300 referring domains on about 2,000 to 3,000 backlinks. That's really going to show Google where you want to be in terms of authority and that you deserve to be at the top of Google for all the different keywords you're looking to rank. So we can definitely help you in that regard. We can send you the links and we'll drip feed it over time so that it doesn't just come off immediately because Google doesn't like that. And go from there. So yeah, that's why we don't see any keywords or traffic coming to your website because you're just not being found in Google. If you don't have this portion right here, your backlinks, it's extremely difficult for you to rank for anything. It doesn't matter how good your website is from an on-page SEO perspective. At the moment that there's just a little bit of competition, you just can't. It's just too hard to rank you at the top of Google for that kind of phrase without having the authority on it, which is through the backlinks that link back to your website. So let me go over to this tab right here so I can show you kind of a couple of keywords that we could potentially go after. And so you can see right here, I typed in legal nurse consultant and then it came up with some other relevant keywords and it shows a few metrics about that keyword. So you can see how there's about 2,500 searches per month for the phrase legal nurse consultant. And if you look right here, it has an 8 keyword difficulty. Now, this is on a scale of 0 to 100, 100 being hard, and with a keyword difficulty of 8, it's very possible for us to rank you at the top of Google for this kind of keyword, just because there's just not that much competition. And we talked about this. We looked at this when we search up this keyword, what kind of websites come up, and we noticed that the biggest problem is that there's a lot of websites that talk about like going to school for that degree and that kind of thing and education and that's not exactly what people that might be searching up the phrase legal nurse consultant might be looking for. So legal nurse consultant jobs, I guess that would be like where people are looking for like where they could apply as a job if they were to become a legal nurse consultant. That's my thought process behind that one. Let's see, certified legal nurse consultant, that would be a great one. 450, not as much, but definitely just another keyword we can target and go after. Not that one. Legal nurse consultant certificate. That, no, not too much. Certified legal nurse consultant jobs. Legal nurse consultant certification. Consultant jobs. There's a few keywords. I mean, I just typed in legal nurse consultant. What if I just type in a nurse consultant? You know what I mean? That in itself could come up with something as well. Nurse consultant, I mean, there's 600 searches for that. 8 keyword difficulty. And so essentially what I would do, Ron, is I would come up with a keyword set about 10, right? 5 to 10 kind of Yeah, in between there, and make sure that it's the kind of has decent amount of volume and low keyword difficulty, so that we know it's not going to take you long to rank for. And then start hashing out the website to start ranking specifically for that keyword. And so what we do, our methodology here, which has worked phenomenally well for our previous clients and we're confident would work really well for you, is kind of what I was talking about. So this doesn't necessarily have to be at the top of Google, or no, I'm sorry, not the top of Google. This doesn't necessarily have to be at the top of your website, like right here at your menu, but it's just an inner page that we would build out. So it doesn't necessarily have to be down here from a drop down. It could just be a page that's on its own. That's still a part of the website. And what I would do is, let's say that I wanted to go after this keyword right here, legal nurse consultant. There's 2,500 searches for that. What I would do is I would literally go in here and I would build out an inner page. So it'd be koganlegalnurse.com / legal nurse consultant, and that's going to show Google, and then have content on there, and that's really going to show Google that that's the kind of keyword you want to rank for, because you have it in the URL, and that kind of keyword is going to be sprinkled in that page that I build out, right? And so I would do that for the 9 other keywords that I wanted to go after, and build out an inner page and hash out the content for that. That way, not only are you building the authority on your website from the backlinks that we're providing for you, but you're also showing exactly what you want to rank for in Google, because you're building out an inner page that specifically has that keyword in it, and you're showing Google that's exactly what I want to rank for. Like I said, this has worked really well for our previous clients, and I know it worked really well for you guys. It's just a matter of getting this ball rolling. And so that's the kind of thing that we do. We don't need to talk about citations, because you're not a local business and you handle the entire nation. And we just need a bit more content. Maybe, like I said, right here in this contact page, do you see how this is actually an inner page within the home page? I might actually even have this contact form closer to the front. Now, I know we talked about either just staying with Wix and building out the rebuilding the website through Wix, or not rebuilding, but adding and fixing the website, or building up a new one completely on a different website through WordPress. So couple of options. It kind of depends on what your budget is, right? And so obviously we can do better work if we were to redesign the website. You would still hold on to this domain name, right? So you still have all the previous power, as well as the history of purchasing the domain from WoW. We would just transfer the web design portion of it to WordPress. So definitely an option. What I'll do is with this video, you're going to see some more information about our pricing, as well as what kind of keywords we could potentially go after. So if you have any questions, again, Ron, you can always contact me via my phone number. Otherwise, let's just chat by email and just kind of figure out how we want to approach this and go from there. So appreciate it again, Ron. Look forward to talking to you soon, and take care. Thank you.